a bunch of individual stocks, and all of them are on our radar because of earnings. Mahindra Holidays and Resorts, the company reported a good set of numbers for the fourth quarter. The revenue rose about 12.5%. EBITDA too rose about 14%, led by the European business, which saw a bit of a turnaround as promised by the management earlier as well. We have with us Kavinder Singh, who's the MD and CEO of the company, joining in to discuss the numbers further. Mr. Singh, it's public knowledge now for the last time that we're speaking in your capacity as Mahindra Holidays. So it's been good speaking to you through the time that you were at Mahindra Holidays, and I hope that you will continue to speak to us in your next assignment, which is your alma mater at Pidilite as well. But as of Mahindra Holidays, you've taken the company to a certain stature. For your successor, who is Mr. Manoj Bhatt, I just wanted your thoughts on what your targets for FY25 and beyond are for the new management, things that you perhaps couldn't have completed and you've set as targets for the ones who succeed you.
Yeah, this is a very, very insightful question. Mangalam, what we are aiming, and the board is behind us, and my dear colleague Manoj is obviously committed to that, is that we are looking to grow our room inventory from 5,000 to 10,000 keys. And let me build a little bit on that by 2030. We have already put in various pieces of the puzzle together as to how do we get there. Number one, we are working with various state governments, and the public-private participation is gaining significant momentum. We have started one resort in Jhanjeli in Mandi district with HP government. Now we have got the FTDC Hariyareshwar concession agreement signed, and we are also looking to start 2 new projects in Orissa. 2 pieces of land parcels, as we speak, have been in principle allocated, and the demarcation and a few other things are going on. And as we speak, we are working with Uttarakhand government also. They have their land allocation policy that will come out soon, and we have already identified few land parcels there as well, and we signed a memorandum of agreement or understanding with Tamil Nadu government as well. So PPP is going to be a very big area of focus for us as we move forward, because we have a fairly aggressive room inventory addition plan. The second good part is that we closed this year, or rather the quarter, at 1,383 crores of cash on our books. And this is a significant movement upwards over the years, as you have been seeing us. So we are very happy that we will be growing our business from 5,000 to 10,000 keys without almost taking no recourse to debt, because we generated significant amount of cash this year as well, operating cash. Now, these 2 factors at play. What do we do in terms of member additions? We hit a member additions mark of about 20,000 this year, and the quarter 4 also turned out to be extremely robust. So obviously the member additions will accelerate in line with the inventory additions. More cash will get generated in line with the business model, and as a result of which we will be able to invest more in acquiring or building new resorts. So at a very, very high level, this is the vision that we have, and we are committed to delivering on this vision. And this is something, as you rightly said, that this is my last call with you on Mahindra Holidays, and I can see that we are already taking off or set to take off. We have come a long way, but we are going to go much further as based on the plans that I have outlined, and these are the plans that have been approved by the board as well.
All right. Hi, Mr. Singh, and it's been a pleasure talking to you, and we wish you all the best, and we'd be happy to speak to you in your next role as well. Let's get a couple of numbers out of the way. I recall you told us the quarterly run rate of membership should hit around 5,000 odd. You've achieved that. From here on, what could the quarterly run rate look like? Point number 1. Point number 2, the EU business, you said it will turn around. It did. What's the outlook from here?
Let me start with the second question first. I'm extremely happy with the Holiday Club Resorts performance in quarter 4. We hit almost our all-time high number of 6.8 million euro EBITDA in quarter 4, leading to a full year 5 million euro EBITDA for the full year. But I would just like to hasten to add that in quarter 4, which is a seasonal quarter, we had expected them to do well, but they have definitely surpassed our expectations. Remember, the war is still going on. Finland and Sweden are still in recession. These are the 2 big areas where we are present apart from Spain. But having said that, there has been a significant focus on cost reductions, significant focus on driving timeshare sales, which was up 9%. YOY basis, people are buying more timeshare rather than buying second home. Finns love buying second home, but right now the mortgage rates are high. So there are factors which are playing out. Management is extremely, let's say they have put in lots of measures to get the timeshare sales going and the renting sales going. So as a result of which, the Holiday Club Resorts turnaround, which we had promised, is clearly well on its way. And if I were to look at our member additions in Mahindra Holidays, we hit the 20,000 mark, which is a very significant achievement for us. And we are extremely happy about it. And the areas that I'm even more happier about is that we had 59% of our sales coming from the digital and referral routes, which means the pull for the brand is increasing. For the full year, this number stands at 57%. We have multiple plans in play. Our focus on corporate, because we are targeting corporate retail business in much bigger way than what we have done in the past. So we had launched few initiatives on remote sales, corporate. These initiatives are beginning to now show some signs of, let's say, momentum. And that is something that will propel the company forward into the future. The product proposition is more robust than ever. Immersive experiences for extended families, friends, and the fact that we have access to more than 100 resorts for our members, including European resorts, the number comes to about 150. So there is a very significant momentum I see. We don't normally give guidance on the member additions, but I think since you had very directly asked, will you touch 20,000? And I had mentioned to you, yes, indeed. So I'm sure my successor will come and think about what is the number that he would put it out in the market. But the momentum is good and the initiatives are in place.
Well, if your previous answer is something to go by, Mr. Singh, you said that member addition will grow in line with room inventory. Room inventory is close to around 5,700, 5,100 odd will go double. And then we are looking at membership doubling by 2030 as well. But we'll leave that for your successor to answer. Final question then before we let you go. You have cash on your books. Growth is coming by. European EBITDA turning around everything. Any area of improvement where you think you could have done a little better, and that leaves the room open for the next person to come in and seed that area as a growth target, apart from all these things that you've lined out?
In any business, I strongly believe that there is always work in progress. And, we are custodians of the shareholders and all stakeholders' interests. I mentioned earlier, we have come a long way, but as I said, we are about to take off to a different trajectory. Our inventory additions in the past used to be just at about 200 level. We are now at around 400 level. And I'm sure that this, is going to accelerate. To my mind, this is a high growth opportunity area, which in the past we could not do enough of. Obviously, COVID was also a bit of a dampener, but yes, we moved from 200 to 400. And the fact that we have significant cash on our books, which wasn't there many years ago, will also act as a very big, opportunity to create momentum in room additions. And yes, you rightly said that we are at 5,327. We are likely to do 10,000. And you're right, member additions have to grow in line with that. So these are the areas of opportunity which are today left to be sort of tapped, which I'm very confident will be tapped as we look into the future.
All right, final question, 3 words if you could answer. How is Manoj different from you?
I have always believed that I look at people where we see more similarities than differences. We are bound by a common code, which is Mahindra Rise. The philosophy will continue and is common. All the leaders in Mahindra Group are driven to excel, to move with significant amount of collaboration, agility, as well as boldness. So I see more similarities than differences in this case, and I'm very confident this is how it should be and this is how it is.
All right, take that point. Thank you so much for joining in and talking to us about Mahindra Holidays for one last time. Mr. Singh, thank you, and wish you good luck for your stint at Pidilite as well after this. With that.
All right, let's turn our attention